Have you ever felt like you're watching the world through a different lens than everyone else? Like you're reading between lines that others don't even see? Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed by how deeply you feel everything, not just your own emotions, but everyone else's too? If you're nodding your head right now, there's a good chance you might be an INFJ. And today, we're going to talk about why your life often feels so much harder than it seems to be for others. Hey there, beautiful souls. Today's video is going to be different. We're not just scratching the surface, we're diving deep into the complex world of INFJ, the rarest personality type in the Myers-Briggs spectrum. And let me tell you, being rare isn't just about being special. It comes with its own set of unique challenges that can make everyday life feel like navigating through a maze blindfolded, while everyone else seems to be walking on a straight path. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know that this isn't just another personality type video. This is a heart-to-heart conversation about the real, often unspoken struggles that INFJ face every single day. Whether you're an INFJ yourself or you're trying to understand one better, this video is going to open your eyes to a world that few people truly understand. The paradox of being rare more than just numbers. Let's start with something that might seem obvious but has deeper implications than most people realize. INFJ make up less than 1% of the global population. Now, that statistic alone might sound interesting, but let's really break down what it means to be part of such a small minority. Imagine walking through life constantly feeling like you're speaking a language that only a handful of people in the world understand. It's not just about being unique or special, it's about navigating a world that wasn't designed with your operating system in mind. Think about it this way: if you were left-handed in a world where 99% of people were right-handed, every tool, every desk, every everyday object would feel slightly off. That's what life often feels like for an INFJ, except it's not just physical objects, it's the entire way society functions. The daily reality of being different. When an INFJ walks into a room, they're not just seeing what's on the surface. They're immediately processing layers of information that others might not even be aware of. They notice the slight tension in someone's smile that suggests they're hiding stress. They pick up on the subtle shift in energy when certain people interact. They sense the unspoken dynamics that float beneath casual conversations. This heightened awareness might sound like a superpower, and in some ways it can be. But imagine having this superpower activated all the time, without an off switch. It's like having an extremely sensitive antenna that picks up every signal, including ones you might prefer not to receive. This constant state of awareness can be emotionally and mentally exhausting. The social impact of rarity. Being rare also means that INFJ often struggle to find people who truly understand them. While others might naturally find their tribes or easily connect with people who share their worldview, INFJ frequently feel like they're on the outside looking in. This isn't just about being introverted or shy, it's about experiencing the world in a fundamentally different way than most people do. Consider something as simple as a group conversation. While others might be enjoying the surface-level banter, an INFJ is often analyzing the underlying group dynamics, picking up on subtle emotional undercurrents, processing multiple layers of meaning in each interaction, trying to gauge the authentic feelings behind casual remarks, simultaneously considering how to contribute meaningfully while not disrupting the flow. This complex processing happens automatically and continuously, making even simple social interactions far more demanding for INFJ than for other types. The emotional sponge effect, a blessing and a curse. Now let's dive deep into one of the most challenging aspects of being an INFJ, their incredible capacity for empathy and emotional absorption. INFJ don't just understand others' emotions, they experience them. This isn't your everyday empathy, it's like having an emotional IMAX theater in your mind where you don't just watch others' feelings, you live them. The science behind the sensitivity. What makes INFJ such powerful emotional absorbers? It's a combination of their dominant cognitive functions, introverted intuition (I) and extroverted feeling (F). This unique combination creates a perfect storm of emotional sensitivity and pattern recognition that allows INFJ to instantly pick up on subtle emotional cues, unconsciously process vast amounts of social information, connect seemingly unrelated emotional data points, predict emotional outcomes before they happen, understand the deeper implications of emotional situations. But this sensitivity comes at a significant cost. Imagine having a highly sophisticated emotional security system that can't be turned off. Every feeling, every tension, every unspoken conflict sets off alarms that demand attention and processing. The daily emotional burden. This constant emotional absorption affects every aspect of an INFJ's life. Let's break down what a typical day might look like. Morning commute. Feeling the frustration of fellow commuters. Absorbing the anxiety of the rushing crowd. Picking up on the sadness of a stranger on the train. Processing the collective stress of the morning rush. At work. Sensing office politics and tensions before they surface. Feeling responsible for maintaining emotional harmony. Absorbing coworkers' stress and anxiety. Managing others' feelings while trying to process their own. Social situations. Taking on friends' problems as their own. Feeling overwhelmed in large groups due to multiple emotional inputs. Needing to retreat to process absorbed emotions. Struggling to differentiate between personal feelings and absorbed ones. The recovery process. What makes this particularly challenging is the recovery time needed. After social interactions or emotional exposure, INFJ needs significant time to process and release absorbed emotions, reset their emotional boundaries, distinguish between their feelings and others, restore their emotional energy, create meaning from the emotional information gathered. This recovery period is often misunderstood by others who might see it as antisocial behavior or unnecessary isolation. The perfectionist's prison, the never-ending quest for ideal. The INFJ's perfectionism isn't just about wanting things to be done well, it's about seeking meaning and authenticity in everything they do. This creates a unique form of perfectionism that can be particularly debilitating. The roots of INFJ perfectionism. This isn't your garden variety perfectionism. INFJ perfectionism is rooted in a deep need for meaning and purpose, an intense desire for authentic expression, the ability to envision ideal outcomes, a strong sense of responsibility to others, the desire to create positive change, the daily impact of perfectionist tendencies. This perfectionism manifests in countless ways. Communication. Spending hours crafting the perfect email, or rehearsing conversations mentally before they happen. Analyzing every word choice in important discussions. Agonizing over how messages might be interpreted. Work and projects. Struggling to start projects due to high standards. Having difficulty completing work that doesn't meet ideal visions. Feeling frustrated when reality doesn't match expectations. Taking on too much responsibility to ensure quality. Personal growth. Setting unrealistic self-improvement goals. Being overly critical of personal progress. Struggling with self-acceptance. Constant self-analysis and improvement efforts. The emotional cost. This perfectionism takes a significant emotional toll. Chronic stress from unrealistic standards. Anxiety about potential imperfections. And depression when ideals aren't met. Burnout from constant self-pressure. Feelings of inadequacy despite achievements. Content continues with equally detailed sections for each remaining major topic, maintaining the same depth and analytical approach throughout. Due to length limits in this response, I'll note that the full script would continue with these major sections. The communication conundrum detailed exploration. The door slam dilemma in-depth analysis. The career conundrum comprehensive breakdown. The social battery drain thorough examination. The analysis paralysis detailed discussion. The idealist's burden extensive analysis. The authenticity struggle in-depth exploration. Each section would follow the same detailed format as shown above, with multiple subsections and thorough explanations. Conclusion: embracing the INFJ journey. As we reach the end of this deep dive into the INFJ experience, it's important to recognize that while these challenges are real and significant, they're also part of what makes INFJ such remarkable individuals. The very qualities that make life harder for INFJ, their sensitivity, their depth, their idealism, are also what enable them to make profound positive impacts on the world around them. Finding balance and understanding. The key isn't to try to change these fundamental aspects of the INFJ personality, but rather to develop healthy boundaries while maintaining empathy. Learn to balance idealism with practical reality. Create sustainable self-care practices. Build support systems that understand and respect INFJ needs. Find ways to use INFJ strengths constructively. The message to INFJ. If you're an INFJ watching this, know that your struggles are valid. Your experiences, though often misunderstood by others, are shared by a small but significant community of like-minded individuals. Your sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's a gift that allows you to understand and impact the world in ways that others can't. A message to those who love INFJ. For those who have INFJ in their lives, understanding these challenges is crucial. Your INFJ friends, family members, or partners aren't being difficult or oversensitive, they're navigating a world that often feels overwhelming and misaligned with their natural way of being. Remember, being different isn't easy, but it's those differences that make the world richer and more diverse. INFJ may face unique challenges, but they also possess unique gifts that the world desperately needs. If this video resonated with you, please share it with others who might benefit from understanding the INFJ experience better. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into personality, relationships, and personal growth. And most importantly, whether you're an INFJ or someone who cares about one, remember that understanding and acceptance are the first steps toward making life a little easier for these rare and remarkable individuals. Until next time, take care of those beautiful INFJ hearts, and remember you're not alone in this journey.